By many accounts, Coach, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. This fielded at the 2. And we'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Brissett to throw on first. Screenplay, Johnson. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Powers through him. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
Brissett on first down. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Derrick Henry. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A first down throw for Brissett. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Brissett going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Let's get it. Take it, take it. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They turn to the fullback, Gillespie. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. And now a carry here for their fullback. Derrick Henry all alone. The 20. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Here's Brissett. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Let's go. Set.
To throw, Brissett. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing, Brissett. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Johnson. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
From the 50, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. There to knock that one away was the safety, Amani Hooker.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got his tight end, Burton. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. Accelerating, and off he goes. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. From the gun, here's Bissett. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Batted away by the rookie out of Kentucky, Lonnie Johnson. They take to the air on the first play of the drive, and the pass just a little bit off there.
I thought there was some turbulence in the pocket there. Took him off platform, off schedule, unable to get set and make a nice throw.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
From the 25 on second down, Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Hey, I need one over here. I need one over here. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
On first down, it's Watson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Throwing again is Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Buying time to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he is all the way up past the 25.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
First down, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Johnson. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Flush to his right. Going deep here for Landry. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Taken from just outside the 30. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Watson on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Brissett sets to throw it. He finds Taylor, complete. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Here's Brissett. And caught by Henry. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. but typically halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give, right side. Brooks. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
No gain on this here.
Here's Watson on 3rd down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Running on first down, Eckler. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, 31. Check 3.
Watson, the quick slant caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Antonio Callaway with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 20. Five-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say
it comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. No room to be had there on the first down run, as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. On the ground, it's Eckler. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Hopkins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Come on, baby.
He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Do. Slam. Undercut.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be second and goal. Once more, here's Eckler. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a third and goal.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying under double teams at the first level.
And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns third and goal into a touchdown. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now it's the backup Mariota. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
First down, Titans, gain of 12. Again, it's Mariota. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. On second and 7, Mariota. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he's going to go down again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And this one is right down the middle. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw is Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jayon Brown leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. To throw is Watson. To throw on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks. And now they're staring at a 4th and long. The Texans send the punter out as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Mariota to throw for it on fourth. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Mariota. Flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Figuring they're going for it on fourth down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you talk about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the ship. Watch the ship, watch the ship.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Come on, keep it fast. You better be ready. Alert, alert. 36. Down and go.
Watson. Being chased out left. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one. Guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And
I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38.